natin. Ayan. Okay, thank you so much. So, let's proceed po with the... Ayan. So, as I was saying earlier, we have discussed about the component of the human psyche, which is the ego conscious, the personal unconscious, and the collective unconscious. Commonly, the collective unconscious po, yung mga tinatawag natin na archetypes. So, with Carl Jung's theory, meron tayong 4 distinct archetypes, which is, number 1, yung first archetype natin is the persona. The persona is known to be the mask that we wear in the outside world, or ito yung personality natin na gusto natin ipakita, or our personality that we think is acceptable in the social norm. So ito yung public image natin that we use to face other people in different types of situations. For example, di ba po, iba-iba yung social roles na ginagampanan natin. So, in your case po, hindi naman all the time ay, halimbawa sa classroom, nagiging teachers po kayo. Sometimes, you are being a friend to your students, or sometimes, you are being a mother to your students, or minsan, nagiging judge naman po kayo, or kayo naman yung tagahatol kapag ang estudyante natin ay medyo nagpasaway, or medyo may ginawang hindi maganda. So, dumadating din tayo sa point na minsan pulis tayo, minsan taga-husga, or so we have different social masks that we wear na kailangan mag-adapt tayo doon sa certain situations na meron tayo. Halimbawa, pag-uwi naman po natin sa bahay, tayo naman ay anak, or tayo naman ay nanay, or tayo naman ay asawa. So, iba-iba pong personality at persona ang ginagawa natin, kaya talagang meron ding challenges sa ating personality, or in the parang nagiging vulnerable din tayo at times because syempre of the different responsibilities that we have, or the different persona that we need to project so that we are becoming socially acceptable in the norms of the society, or para magampanan natin yung mga roles and obligations natin in the society. So aside from the persona, we also have the shadow. The shadow is our fears, our insecurities, and our weaknesses. So kung sa tip of the iceberg, ito yung para nasa ilalim, kasi ito yung mga repressed thoughts and emotions natin na tinatago natin kasi tingin natin kapag nilabas natin ito, hindi tayo matatanggap, or may mga pagkakataon na hindi tayo maiintindihan. So, in this type of discussion, in the self-awareness context, we accept all the parts of our personality, even the dark side. Kasi alam natin that even the dark side, or even the weaknesses and the insecurities, that is still part of ourself, and we cannot isolate those kasi kapag wala tayong acceptance, mas mahihirapan tayo ma-achieve yung ating self-growth or our self-acceptance. Okay? Another type of the archetype is the anima or the animus. This is the kung maalala po natin yung theory naman ni Erik Erikson, meron tayong identity versus isolation. So, dito natin makikita, or dito nangingibabaw ang anima or animus ni Carl Jung, because this is the time that a child embraces, or kung halimbawa ina-embrace niya po ang kanyang anima side, mas leaning towards ba siya sa female qualities niya, or mas leaning towards po ba siya sa kanyang male qualities. So, dito, during the identity formation, malalaman ng isang bata kung ano po ba yung mas nangingibabaw at mas matimbang para sa kanya. So, dito niya nadi-discover ang sarili niya. Okay? So, meron po bang may question? Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am Laura, tanong
Yes,
ko lang ma'am, dun sa pangalawa kanina, yung shadow.
Opo.
Can we consider po na shadow, yung pagiging matiisin ng isang tao. Just like, for example, may situation na galit ka na, but then you have to be patience pa din or matiisin para hindi mo masaktan or hindi ka maging parang ano sa mga tao, yung parang kahit na alam mo na kasi di ba may mga sitwasyon na naiinis din tayo. But then, hindi natin pinapakita yung inis natin. Instead, titiisin na lang natin siya. Can we consider that, ma'am, as shadow ng isang tao?
Yung behavior po, ma'am, kasi natin, it is parang yun yung way na nakikita natin na positively makaka-adapt tayo dito sa situation. So kapag shadow po kasi, ma'am, talagang ito yung dark side natin. Yung halimbawa, sa ating mga babae, sometimes we are insecure of our body image, our physical image. So halimbawa, nagdi-display tayo ng mga self-harming behaviors or self-harming tendencies. That is the implication or the outcome of the shadow. Pero sa example niyo po kasi, ma'am, na tinitiis mo or you are becoming more patient, I think that is the behavior of a person who is able to adapt positively to the situation. Although, minsan kasi kapag masyado natin natitiis, ang self-harm niyan or sa atin yung magiging impact. But, tingin ko, ma'am, hindi siya under the shadow archetype because ang shadow archetype po kasi aggressive ito. Parang ito yung side natin na kung meron, ma'am, yin and yang, parang ito yung black. Ito yung parang ito yung weaknesses natin na hindi natin kayang ma-handle. Kaya itong shadow, nire-repress natin ito. Kaya kadalasan sa shadow, nasa unconscious natin siya kasi ayaw natin siyang ilabas kasi iniisip, we have that notion na kapag nilabas natin ito, it is not socially acceptable because our norms does not really accept aggression. So, kung halimbawa sa example niyo, ma'am, tingin ko that is more on the positive coping mechanism of a negative situation that you turn into a positive para sa karamihan kasi parang ikaw yung nagsasacrifice para magkaroon ng magandang outcome or magkaroon ng tolerable instance doon sa hindi magandang circumstance. Parang ganun po.
Thank you, ma'am.
Opo. Thank you din, ma'am. Kung sakali po, ma'am, may question kayo, please feel free to turn on your microphones. Kasi sorry, ma'am, kasi nandito ako sa kabilang screen. hindi ko makita. Pero okay lang kasi sinasabihan naman po ako ni Sir Dan. So, thank you po. We will proceed po to the okay. Thank you, ma'am. We will proceed po to the next. So, yun po. Dito natin mapapansin po na kung halimbawa mayroong mga LGBT tendencies ang ating mga estudyante, usually this is in the age ng kanilang identity formation. Kung halimbawa mas mananaig ba si anima or si animus. Pero may mga instances that there are children manifesting this manifesting such behaviors earlier pa, let's say po mga grade 2 or to grade 3, minsan po kasi late din, minsan grades 5 or grade 6. So depende po sa behavior or sa personality ng isang bata, most especially kapag exposed din siya sa mga ganyang klaseng environment. So depende din po yan sa may malaking percentage or may malaking kinalaman ang environment natin pagdating sa pag-uncover ng identity. Okay. Sige. I would also like to welcome our new participant. Okay. Good morning po, Ma'am Ivy.
Good morning.
Good morning po. Sorry, Ma'am, medyo pero itong presentation natin, ma'am, isi-send ko po ito sa email address po ninyo. Doon po sa ginamit ninyo for the registration along with your certificates para mabalikan niyo po yung topics na hindi natin or na pag-usapan po natin kanina. Pero dito pa lang naman po kami on the archetypes or the anima and the animus. So, you're welcome, ma'am. Dito po, ang pinag-uusapan natin is about the self, the human psyche. Ang ginagamit po nating theory ay yung kay Carl Jung. So, yun po. So, to continue po, so after po ng anima and animus, we have the self. So the self is the one that balances the consciousness and the unconsciousness of a person. So for a certain self or for a self-creation to prevail, there should be an individuation. Meaning, para po mas makilala natin yung sarili natin, Carl Jung believed that there should be conflict of the conscious and the unconscious mind. So, if there is conflict in the conscious and the unconscious mind, meaning there is, halimbawa po, doon sa unconscious natin, doon sa mga repressed memories natin, bigla natin na, halimbawa, hindi mo alam, this is an example po of the repression of the or the repression of memories. For example, ngayon na, halimbawa po, let's say ako age 34 na po ako, no? So, meron akong fear of dogs. Halimbawa, natatakot ako sa aso. Way back pala, kung alalahanin ko, way back pala ng childhood ko, or let's say ang mga edad ko ay 10 years old, meron po palang instance na talagang inatake ako ng isang dog or talagang galit na galit sa akin yung aso. So, hindi ko alam na yung fear ko doon sa aso, nagsimula pala siya nung bata pa ako, nung ako ay, pero meron na po ako nitong cognitive, parang kaya ko nang mag-analyze or kaya ko nang kahit papaano mag-distinguish or kaya ko nang gamitin yung aking 5 senses in perceiving things. So, when I was young, halimbawa, nung mga age 10 years old po ako, may fear ako na gano'n, parang inatake ako ng aso. Kaya nag-manifest siya hanggang sa lumaki ako na parang yung fear ko na yun sa mga aso, hindi pa rin natatanggal. So, if there is conflict between the unconscious and the conscious mind, we begin to analyze and we begin to balance the conscious and the unconscious with what is prevailing in the self. So, doon sa mga nakikita natin na manifestation sa sarili natin, it is usually because of the manifestations of the self. Kung ano yung mga nagpe-prevail or ano yung mga nangingibabaw sa mga sarili ko natin. Okay? So, I think we have a question. Okay, sige po. May question po ba? Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes.
Ma'am Laura, i-share ko lang po, ma'am. Ngayon po, naintindihan ko na kung bakit meron po akong ganong experience sa sarili. Pero medyo na-overcome ko na po, ma'am. Meron po kasing nangyari sa family namin na nung mga early 20s po ako, namatay kasi yung brother ko. And then, yung nanay ko, tumawag sa akin ng madaling araw. Yung ring ng cellphone niya, parang naging tatak na yun sa isip ko na every time na magri-ring yung cellphone sa madaling araw, ay parang may masamang nangyari. Parang ganon. And then, every time po na makaka-receive ako ng phone call sa madaling araw, parang natatakot ako. Kasi baka yung maririnig ko doon sa other side ay sasabihin sa akin na parang may nangyari ulit sa family. Parang ganon. So ito po pala yun, ma'am. Parang ganito pala yun. Oh, and then matagal ko po yun na-process sa sarili ko eh. That's why every time po na may phone call sa akin, tuwing madaling araw, hindi ko po siya sinasagot. Kasi yun po yung fear ko na baka makareceive po ako ng bad news na may nangyari ulit sa family or kahit na hindi sa family. Basta pag may mga ganong sitwasyon po, parang ayaw na ayaw ko po siyang ano, ayaw kong mag-response, ayaw kong buksan yung phone ko, lalo na kapag yung oras ay 3 o'clock in the morning, parang ganon, or 2, ganon, parang ayaw ko siyang sagutin. So, ngayon po is parang naintindihan ko pala na ganun pala siya. Meron pala siyang effect sa sarili ko. But thankful ako kasi as I grow old, naano ko na po siya. Unti-unti ko po siyang na-overcome. Pero nandun pa din yung konting takot na kapag nakaka-receive ako ng ganung phone call ay may konting kaba pa din sa akin sarili. Ayun po, ma'am. Thank you po. Ngayon ko lang po na-share. Kasi ngayon ko lang nalaman na ganun pala yun.
Thank you po, ma'am, for your sharing. Marami po ako, actually, sa mga ganito, ma'am, na instances between the conscious and the unconscious, minsan marami ka po talagang mga, oo nga, no? Parang yung mga aha moments mo, ma'am, na, kaya pala, or minsan, hindi mo maintindihan bakit nandun yung fear, yung gut feeling mo na, bakit may ganito? Dahil pala yun doon sa mga unconscious memories mo noon na nagpe-prevail siya sa conscious mind mo na hindi mo kayang makontrol kasi dahil sa mga pangyayari sa paligid natin, nati-trigger siya. So, yung po yung magandang mga examples talaga, mga real life experiences na makikita natin na wow, meron talagang in the real life setting, makikita talaga natin yung relationship ng conscious mind natin and the unconscious mind. And the more po, ma'am, na nire-repress natin, may mga bagay na hindi tayo tinatanggap or may mga memories tayo na patuloy natin nire-repress, lumalabas po talaga yan sa behaviors natin. Sometimes, unconsciously, hindi natin napapansin. Halimbawa, may kagaya, ma'am, ng fear ninyo na parang sa ganitong mga oras, baka merong mga instances sa family or may mga problema, nalilink mo na agad siya doon na pag nag-ring yung phone mo, eto na agad. So, yung mga ganong sitwasyon na na-realize natin na baka talagang may mga instances lang or nagkakataon lang, pero tayo, nare-relate natin siya dahil sa mga previous repressed memories natin in the unconscious. Kaya, thank you so much, ma'am, for your sharing kasi may natutunan rin po ako sa inyo na oo nga talaga, no, may mga ganito talagang mga pagkakataon. Kaya, maganda po na nag-share din tayo ng mga real life experiences kasi natututo rin po tayo sa mga experiences ng bawat isa sa atin. Kaya, thank you so much po, Ma'am Elizabeth. Sige po, ma'am. So, next po, yung sinasabi po ng about po ni sinasabi po ni Carl yung about the self that when there is conflict, there is self-individuation or individualization kasi dito natin ma-uncover or meron tayong mga behavior na nakikita natin during the times of conflict lang. Or halimbawa, in the times of our difficulties, meron pala tayong mga ugali na hindi natin alam na meron tayo noon unless it is being tested. So, ang theory ni Carl Jung proposes that the self does not really rely on the comfort, the smoothness of life or the smoothness of the situation, but it is more of telling us na kapag mayroong conflict, kapag mayroon na stressful situation or challenging situation where the self is or the self becomes triggered, we unleash or unveil personalities that before hindi natin alam na meron pala tayo noon, or may problema pala tayo, or may problema tayo, hindi natin alam na ganito pala tayo ka-strong. Dahil noon, hindi naman natin na-experience yung ganitong type of problem. That is why the self is concentrated between the conscious and the unconscious because pag may mga stressful situations or conflicting situations, dyan natin natitrigger yung unconsciousness natin na lalabas siya sa conscious self natin. Kaya binabalanse ng self po natin yun. Okay? So, next we have the interpretation or the symbolic representation of Carl Jung ng self. So, ito pong circle na itong maliit, this is what we call the ego. And itong malaking circle na white and itong malaking circle na black is also the self. So, the self is above the ego or is superseding the ego and the self itself. So, meaning, pag nakita natin yung representation na ito, we see that the ego is only part of the self and does not consist the whole of the self. So kapag makikita natin yung ganitong representation, we always keep in mind that we are in control of ourselves and we are always in control of the situation given this kind of symbol. Because minsan sa mga circumstances na meron tayo, na-overpower tayo ng consciousness and the unconsciousness that sometimes the self is being challenged. So kapag nandun tayo sa sitwasyon na yon, you always remember the symbol of Carl Jung na the self is above the self, meaning we are all above our circumstances. And the ego is just part of the self na kaya natin ma-overpower or ma-overcome. Because hindi siya part ng isang malaking symbol or representation, meaning kaya natin overpower ang ating unconscious and the unconscious if we are able to manage the circumstances that revolves around the self. Okay? So, dito po makikita natin yung summary of the representation of Carl Jung, which is the consciousness, the unconsciousness, the complexes. These are the storage or kumbaga ito po yung bank ng lahat ng ating memories, ng lahat ng ating mga suppressions, lahat ng ating mga troubles. When the self is being troubled, it is stored in the complexes. So dito mapapansin natin that the collective unconscious is composed of the archetypes. So the four basic archetypes of the collective unconscious is the anima, the self, the animus, the persona, and the shadow. So kapag hindi natin na-manage yung shadow and the conscious and the unconscious or the anima and the animus, most commonly, dyan nagkakaroon ng conflict or dyan nagkakaroon ng challenges ang ating self. And dyan siya nagkakaroon ng problema sa pagbalanse. Pero kapag kaya natin i-balance yung self, at the same time kaya natin i-maneuver or i-navigate yung mga emotions natin, then the self is being, kumbaga parang yan yung sinasabi natin na equilibrium. There is balance between the self and the conscious and the unconscious. Okay? Sige. So, ito po yung ating self-awareness mandala. So, the representation of Carl Jung, the self, is through a mandala or in a circle. Pero ang mandala po kasi, dito natin ma-represent yung ating strengths and weaknesses. Because in the self-awareness, it is very important that we are able to determine our strengths and weaknesses, our insecurities, our fears, so that we will be able to handle or effectively manage those negative emotions. Because in the realization of our self-awareness naman, it does not mean na talagang lahat lang tayo positive because wala naman pong ganun na type of personality. Meron din talagang dark side. So, hindi naman ibig sabihin that we have that dark side ay talagang masama na tayo. We just have to balance it out para ang self ay nandun lang siya sa equilibrium. So, dito mapapansin natin yung ito po yung four types of the strengths and weaknesses natin. Halimbawa, number 1 is the organizing of incoming information pagdating sa perception ng mga sitwasyon. Halimbawa, in the type of personality po that you have, paano mo ba tinitingnan ang mga sitwasyon? Are you more a positive person or are you more a negative person? Or ikaw ba ay half empty, half full, glass type of person? Yung ganun pong thinking. So, wait lang. Parang meron na, okay. Sige. So, good morning po, Ma'am Rose Ann. Welcome po to our discussion on the self-awareness. And ma'am, don't worry po because the presentation po will be sent to you through the email address that you have provided. And at the same time, we will also be including the certificates po on the kasama ng presentation natin. Isisend po namin sa email address po na ginamit ninyo pag-register. Okay? Thank you po. So, ma'am, just a little background po. We are discussing the self in the theory of Carl Jung. So now we are in the self-awareness mandala where we identify the strengths and weaknesses on how we perceive, on how we desire, think, and kung ano yung mga motivational reflexes natin. So we are in this part of the discussion, ma'am, and we are so happy na nandito po kayo joining us today. Good morning po. Sige po. So let us proceed with the discussion on the self-awareness mandala. So you may use this exercise po in determining your strengths and weaknesses as a person. For example, sa wishes and motives mo po ba, are your intentions positive, or when you do something po ba, your intentions po ba are inclined towards the positive or towards the negative? Kasi depende din kung ano yung intention mo. It will highly depend on the intentions that you have. Depende siya kung ano yung outcome na gusto mong mangyari sa isang, halimbawa sa career mo, sa trabaho mo as a teacher, or sa trabaho mo bilang kung ano pa po yung roles na ginagampanan mo po sa inyong buhay. Wait lang po parang mayroon nag-raise ng hand. Okay. Ma'am Rochelle, good morning po. So, good morning po sa lahat ng ating mga
Hello po, ma'am. Good morning po.
Hello. Ma'am Rochelle, don't worry po kasi yung ating presentation, along with your certificate, will be sent to your registered email address. So, para po meron kayong reference, and this also is being recorded, this discussion, so you will also have your reference po kapag babalikan niyo yung mga presentations natin and yung ating mga ginagamit na information. So, para magkaroon po tayo ng review, gano'n. Okay? So, ngayon
Okay
po,
po, ma'am. Thank you.
thank you din. Ngayon po, ang dinadiscuss natin is the self-awareness mandala using the Carl Jung's interpretation po of the self or the human psyche. So, dito ina-identify natin as a human being kung ano yung ating mga strengths and weaknesses pagdating sa ating perception, sa ating motivation, sa ating behavioral reflexes. Ang ating behavioral reflexes is very important because our behavioral patterns determine what kind of character as a person do we have. For example, as a government worker or as a government employee, our behavioral pattern strictly determines kung anong klaseng empleyado tayo or anong klaseng halimbawa worker tayo. Kasi kung halimbawa ang behavioral patterns mo are constructive or talagang masipag ka, attention ka, grabe ang attention mo to details, then you will really have parang ease in your job, para mas madali yung trabaho mo pag ganun. Pero kung yung behavioral patterns mo, destructive, so magliling towards din yan doon sa parang mediocre outputs, parang hindi maganda yung magiging output natin. So, in determining the strengths and weaknesses, it is very important that we put into consideration patterns of behavior, our feelings, or dito sa feelings naman po, titingnan natin kung ano ba yung mga, pag nakakita ba tayo, halimbawa, mahilig ba tayo mag-stereotype? Or mahilig ba tayo doon sa mga double standards or mga, dapat pag ganito lang. Or let's say, for example, ang stereotyping when it comes to gender, kasi babae ako, so dapat ito lang yung ginagawa ko, or pag lalaki ka, ganyan lang dapat yung ginagawa mo. So, what are your perceptions or how do you feel? Or ikaw ba ay isang, kasi kapag positive thinker ka, usually, yung feeling mo is positive din. So, kapag, halimbawa, nakikita mo yung sitwasyon in a positive way, you also feel happy. You also feel satisfied. Like, for example, meron kang office mate or colleague na na-promote, pareho lang naman kayo, or let's say for example, sabay lang naman kayo pumasok sa service pero nauna siya ma-promote. So some of the, halimbawa kung ikaw ay positive thinker or ikaw yung tao na lagi may positive feelings, you will be happy for the person and take it as a challenge na pagbutihin mo pa yung craft mo. That's why nag-enroll ka pa into professional development kasi gusto mo pang mag-succeed in your professional career. Kung ganun ang inyong thinking or inyong perception. Pero kung halimbawa ikaw naman ay feeling mo parang deprived ka of that opportunity, or ang tingin mo doon ay nainggit ka or na-insecure ka. So, syempre, yung mga gagawin mo, it's either sasabihin mo or meron ka mga destructive behavior na gagawin. So, dito po sa strengths and weaknesses, dito natin makikita kung anong type of character meron tayo, or that type of character that we have built throughout the years. May it be our professional career or may it be our personal well-being, na baka dito natin mapapansin na yung desires natin pala ay very strong, or tingin natin, kailangan in this span of time or at the age of about 35, dapat meron na akong PhD. Kahit anong mangyari, kailangan kong gawin yun, kailangan kong makamit yun. So your dedication to that will also lead you towards thinking positive. Yung mga behavioral patterns mo talagang iaayon mo siya doon sa gusto mo. And yung feeling na kapag wala naman or may feeling na negative or hindi nakakatulong doon sa goal mo, yun na po yung tatanggalin mo doon. O yung mga behavioral patterns or destructive behavior, tatanggalin mo na siya in order for you to achieve your goal. Kasi ang self-awareness po, kapag mataas yung level of self-awareness ng isang tao, it will also be easier for the person to realize and direct his or her career. Kasi alam niya yung gusto niya, alam niya yung strengths and weaknesses niya. So alam niya yung mga bagay na para sa kanya at hindi para sa kanya. So dito natin mapapansin that our insecurities is part of our growth also. Kasi ang insecurities natin, yan yung magpapatibay sa ating mga loob na hindi porke ganito lang ako, or ibig sabihin pa underqualified ako, hindi ko nasusubukan, or hindi ba pag sinabi mo bang hindi ka naman kasi hindi ka naman magaling, so wag na lang. So yung insecurities natin will propel us to become the greater version of ourselves. That is what self-awareness po is trying to develop in us. That we look past our insecurities and fears for us to become better person. So, kaya natin ina-acknowledge na meron tayong weaknesses because that will help us realize our strengths more. Okay? So, wait. Meron ata, okay. So, meron din, okay. Hi, Ma'am Ellen. Welcome po to our discussion on the self-awareness. We are currently using, ma'am, the theory of Carl Jung on the self and the human psyche. Don't worry, ma'am, because this presentation is recorded. At the same time, we will also send this presentation to you po along with your certificates. Kaya don't worry, ma'am, kasi mababalikan niyo po yung mga discussions natin kanina. Sige po. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us, and welcome po. So, going back, let's move forward doon sa, okay, dito po kasi sa brain function, binibigyan ko po ito ng konti na background, especially kapag mga bata or mga adolescents yung audience natin. Kasi minsan, they have this perception na, kaya ko na mag-desisyon para sa sarili ko kasi na ako halimbawa po 16 years old na ako kaya ko na mag-decision para sa sarili ko. So this type of discussion on the development of the brain will give them the realization that etong brain natin, pagdating natin ng adolescent, it is not still fully developed, especially the frontal lobe. Kung mapapansin po ninyo, the frontal lobe is responsible for reasoning, problem solving, judgment, and impulse control, and most especially emotions. So, kapag ang isang bata, lalo na po ang mga CICS natin or children in conflict with the law, and kung ililink natin siya sa self-awareness, medyo mataas yung level nila of impulses. Kaya dito natin, sa discussion na ito, dito natin pinaparealize sa kanila na the last to develop in the brain is the frontal lobe. That is why at that age, at that point in your life, dapat magabayan ka ng isang mature and responsible adult. Because at this point in your life, your brain is not yet fully developed. That is why meron kang impulse control problem, meron kang emotional instability, meron kang judgment problem, or meron kang problem sa reasoning and decision making. So dito natin binibigyan ng emphasis na ang isang adolescent or kagaya po natin, halimbawa, dito tayo nagkakaroon ng problem kapag hindi natin masyado napaprocess yung ating mga decisions in the frontal lobe or the part of the brain na nagdedesisyon or makes the decision making. Kaya kung halimbawa po sa mga adolescents, very helpful po ito sa kanila kapag pinaparealize na kaya kailangan ninyong mag-consult sa mga teachers ninyo or kailangan ninyong makinig sa mga teachers, guidance counselors kasi kailangan ng gabay at kailangan ng responsible adult to make sure na nasa tama pa kayo or tama yung decision na ginagawa or hindi naman ikaw mapapahamak doon sa mga desisyon na gagawin mo, especially on the decision on the self-awareness side. Kasi dito, ma-realize nila yung shadow, the insecurities po, parang yun yung mas nangingibabaw sa kanila. Kaya dito, mapapansin natin that their emotions are really unstable. Kaya dito po, kinukuha natin yung discussion na ito for them. Okay? So, next. Ano lang po ito, the emphasis lang po on the earlier slide. Okay? So, next po, so dito na po natin talaga ipapaliwanag or dito na natin bibigyan ng definition on what is self-awareness. So, ang self-awareness po is the perception that as a human individual, we have our strengths along with our weaknesses and we have the responsibility to better ourselves despite of the weaknesses that we have. So, dito natin makikita yung or ma-assess natin yung motivations, yung behavioral patterns, our thoughts, our beliefs, kung ito ba ay nakakatulong sa atin, constructive ba ito in terms of our goal realization, or ito ba ay mga destructive behaviors that might lead us into not achieving our goals or becoming not successful. So self-awareness really is having a clear perception on what is in ourselves that we should master or what is in ourselves that we should invest more. And yung mga behaviors natin or patterns of behavior that are destructive, yun po yung tatanggalin natin. Yun yung slowly i-unlearn behaviors that we should unlearn and behaviors that we should learn. So we are having an understanding that in self-awareness, it is the first step in creating what you want and what you want to achieve in life, especially in your career or in your personal growth. Kasi may mga times po or may mga pagkakataon na our mental health is really challenged, especially with the circumstances, outside situations na hindi natin nakokontrol. Let's say, for example, bullying in the workplace, bullying in the family. So may mga ganitong pagkakataon na na-challenge yung ating self, mas lumalabas yung ating yung mga nire-repress nating memories sa unconscious mind natin, mas nati-trigger siya. Kaya nagkakaroon ng instability sa self natin. Hindi natatanggal yung balance ng self. So, it is in the self-awareness that we again go back or introspect, what is it in me? What is it in my emotions? Or what is it in me, in my well-being that makes me strong? Or ano yung mga bagay na meron ako na kaya kong labanan yung mga pangbubuli sa akin, let's say for example, pangdidegrade sa akin bilang isang tao, bilang isang worker. So because the environment outside us, hindi natin nakokontrol. So yun, may mga bagay na hindi talaga natin maiiwasan. That is where our self-awareness is being triggered. Kaya dapat po natin pag-igtingin at pagiging strengthen natin yung ating self-awareness. Okay? So next, we have our activity number 1. But you can do this po on your free time. It is about think positive and be positive. This is a collection or a list of the positive traits that you have. For example, before you start your day, for example, you list all your positive traits, you list all the characteristics that you have, na tingin mo, ito yung unique para sa'yo, na nakakatulong para sa'yo in a positive way. So when you do this, mas nakikita natin yung positive side ng sarili natin. That makes us a better person. Kasi sometimes, kagaya nga ng sabi ni Ma'am Elizabeth kanina, na hindi naman siya 100% happy or hindi naman siya happy, parang nandun lang siya sa mid-level na okay, masaya naman ako, pero okay lang din, meron naman akong konting kalungkutan. So, thinking positive and becoming positive helps us see yung ating mga strengths or helps us showcase the strengths that we have within us. So kapag nangyayari yon, kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng mas madaming positive thoughts, kahit ano man yung mga triggers na negative na pumapasok sa atin, halimbawa pagpasok mo sa office or pagpasok mo sa school, marami na agad problema na sumasalubong sa'yo. So kapag bago ka umalis ng bahay, pinaulanan mo yung sarili mo ng positive thoughts. So, pagpasok mo, parang meron kang shield na, okay, kaya ko yan. Okay, manageable yan for today. Kasi, alam kong resilient ako, emotionally resilient ako, kaya kong i-manage yung mga problems na yan. So, one by one, let us handle the problem. Step by step, let us solve these problems. So, self-awareness will give you that kind of thinking. Kasi kung hindi, pagpasok mo sa school or pagpasok mo sa trabaho, pag bombarded ka ng problems, parang magbe-breakdown ka na agad. Sa type po ng trabaho natin, ang pag-breakdown parang hindi ka tanggap-tanggap eh. Parang hindi tayo pwede magkaroon ng mental health break na parang kapag nag-leave ka sa trabaho, isang araw ka palang nawala, pagbalik mo, pakiramdam mo parang isang buwan ka nang nawala. Sa ganung nature po ng trabaho natin as government employees, parang ang dami na agad nating na-miss. So, sometimes, mental breakdown is parang sasabihin natin, ay, ang hina mo naman. Sasabihin ng iba na, ang hina mo naman, para yan, hindi mo na kaya. So, the stigma kasi po is still within us, but it is really up to us to break that type of stigma. So, if we shower ourselves with positive thoughts and positive energy, then we will be able to shield ourselves from those negativities. Kasi kailangan natin ng magandang pag-iisip para hindi tayo maapektuhan ng mga hindi magandang circumstances po sa paligid natin. Alam ko pong naintindihan niyo yan at alam ko nararamdaman niyo rin po ako. Okay? So, you can do that on your personal time. Kung halimbawa po, may free time kayo, or before you start your day, you list all your positive traits, all your positive motivations para pagsimula ng araw, talagang ready na tayo. Diba? Okay. So next, we have the 2 states of self-awareness. So we have private self-awareness. Ito yung mga bagay na alam mo sa sarili mo, pero hindi alam ng ibang tao tungkol sa'yo. This is also a representation of the Johari window, the things that are unknown to others but are known to you. So ito yung mga bagay na hindi mo sinasabi sa iba kasi natatakot kang mahusgahan kanila. So ito yung mga bagay na tinatago mo sa sarili mo dahil hindi ka pa ready na sabihin sa ibang tao dahil meron ka pang fear that you will be accepted. Or sometimes may fear ka na baka husgahan ako or baka pagtawanan ako kapag sinabi ko may ganitong side ako sa aking pagkatao. So hindi naman po masama na i-conceal mo muna yon because sometimes there are things talaga that we keep private. Because the things that we keep private, those are the things that we keep or makes us sane. So, ito yung mga bagay na okay, nagpapasaya sa akin, na hindi ko pwedeng sabihin muna sa ibang tao dahil baka hindi nila maintindihan. So, this type of self-awareness is what we call private self-awareness. The second naman po is what we call public self-awareness. Ito yung alam nila na alam mo rin sa sarili mo. So, these are the things that they know na alam mo na tanggap nila or alam nila sa pagkatao mo na halimbawa halimbawa si Laura, ano yan? Ang negative trait na alam ng mga tao sa akin ay talagang pagdating sa spending, mahilig ako mag-check out sa mga sa L-App, sa S-App, yun. So, alam nila na may ganun akong ugali. And I am also open to that kasi sometimes I also need the help of other people para ma-control ko yung mga spending habits ko. So, kapag kailangan ko ng assistance nila na halimbawa kailangan ko ma-control, so, alam nila yung mga bagay na ready mong ipaalam sa ibang tao that you need help. So, yung mga bagay din na let's say, si Sir Dan, mahilig yan kumain. So, pero ang dating niyan is stressful eating. Kasi sa line po ng trabaho namin, ay by the way po pala, doon sa mga nakakapasok na rin, kasi kanina nagkituhan kami ni Ma'am Myra, connected po ako sa DSWD. So, karamihan sa mga circumstances or pagkakataon talagang overtime kami kagaya po ninyo, talagang hindi pa tayo uuwi hanggat hindi pa tapos yung lahat. So, minsan nauwi kami talagang gabing-gabi na, lalo na nung pandemic time. I'm sure po nakaka-relate rin po kayo dito na talagang halos iuwi mo, itutulog mo na lang, tapos gigising ka ulit, ganun na naman. So, ang nangyari, parang nagkaroon kami ng era sa life namin na nag-stressful eating kami. So, lahat kami, lalo na si Sir Dan, tumaba siya. So, nandito kami to of course, remind na parang unhealthy eating habits yan. So, kailangan natin bawas-bawasan kasi baka mag-trigger yan ng mga illnesses. So, yun. So, yun yung mga public self natin na gusto natin ipaalam sa iba because sometimes we also want to be corrected or we also want to be controlled by other people. Pero may mga bagay kasi na minsan gusto natin sarilinin lang natin, gusto natin yung mga special someone lang natin yung nakakaalam, and that's okay. And that is also self-awareness even though you keep it private to yourself. Okay? So, next we have, ito po yung mga positive outcome of self-awareness. So, kapag alam mo yung mga strengths and weaknesses mo at kung alam mo paano i-manage yun, you have your growth mindset, personally and professionally wise. Kapag professionally wise naman, when it comes to growth mindset, alam mo yung mga bagay na magaling ka. Alam mo rin yung mga bagay na medyo hindi ka magaling. Pero kapag alam mo po kasi yung mga bagay na hindi ka magaling, kapag may positive self-awareness ka, doon mo pa parang doon ka pa magpa-practice, doon mo pa masyado i-expose yung sarili mo into in this field kasi alam mo ito pa yung kailangan mong sanayin para mas maging magaling ka. So kung halimbawa, yun ang type of mindset mo, positive, so yung mga weaknesses mo, you turn it into strengths para magkaroon ka ng growth mindset. Pero kasi kung halimbawa, negative yung approach mo at medyo mahina or mababa yung self-awareness mo, yung mga bagay na hindi mo alam, parang iiwasan mo yun kasi sasabihin mo na you will feel inferior towards yourself kasi sasabihin mo na, ay, wag na lang yan kasi hindi naman ako niyan marunong. So baka mapahiya lang ako. But if you have a positive self-awareness, you will say na, mas lalo ko patuloy i-expose yung sarili ko dyan kasi para mas alam ko kung paano yan gawin. Di ba po, if you can, alam ko sa ating mga government employees, hindi lang ang job description natin, ayun, doon lang tayo mag-focus. Di ba po may mga pinapagawa sa ating tasks na hindi natin alam. Like for example, ikaw yung isang teacher na meron kang stage fright, pero kailangan mo mag-host or mag-MC ng isang activity dahil wala nang ibang gagawa. For example, dahil understaffed kayo or halimbawa marami ginagawa din yung mga co-teachers mo. So yung gagawin mo is to face your fear and to face your insecurity of facing other people or standing in front of an audience. So when you do that, you have overcome your fear in public speaking. So mas naging magaling ka sa aspeto na yun, or at least you have overcome your fear in speaking in front of many people. So overcoming your fear is one way of stepping up and accepting na hindi porke mahina ako dito na lang ako, hindi ako pwede mag-step up at talagang mas galingan ko pa. Kaya ito rin po yung maganda sa trabaho natin because we also realize our different side or our different strengths na hindi natin alam na, magaling pala ako. Like for example, kailangan mong minsan magdesisyon para sa mga estudyante natin. So, minsan kahit wala ka pang anak, meaning parang single ka pa, pero sometimes you act like a mother, para nagiging nanay ka rin doon sa mga estudyante mo. Kaya, nadidiscover mo rin, meron na rin pala akong nurturing side or meron din pala akong caring side as a woman. So, yung mga ganun tayo nadidiscover sa ating mga sarili. Also, having self-awareness gives us or allows us to become more optimistic because nakikita natin yung negative side as our opportunity to grow, our opportunity to become better, and our opportunity to become or to overcome those fears and insecurities that we have. And that's why when we overcome it, we have an increased level of self-confidence na hindi natin na-realize na meron pala akong ganun. Meron pala akong public speaking skill na hindi ko noon na-realize dahil takot na takot ako na ilagay ako sa gitna. So ngayon na na-overcome mo, you become self-confident. You become more assured of yourself na kaya ko yan gawin kasi nagawa ko na nga noon. So meaning, in the future, activities na kailangan mong mag-host, na kailangan mong maging MC, or mga seminars na kailangan mong mag-lead, kaya mo nang gawin because you have already overcome your fear of speaking in front. That's why you also have your increased level of self-confidence. So yun po yung mga positive outcomes if we have self-awareness or heightened level of self-awareness. Also, self-awareness allows us to improve our skills. Of course, when we try to practice, when we enroll ourselves in classes, kagaya po ninyo, when you enroll yourselves in webinars like this, you are improving your skills in listening, you are improving your skills in writing, or you're improving your skills in also siguro summarizing all the lessons that you have learned from the different topics on the webinars that you have attended. So yun yung mga skills na namaster natin in the skill or in the yung drive natin to become better. And also, this also makes us happy. Kasi diba kapag may mga skills tayo na natutunan, mas lalo tayo nagiging self-assured na kaya natin gawin, kaya natin panindigan, kaya mas nagiging masaya tayo. At the same time, it also increases our motivation to work. Kasi mas lalo kang kapag nadadagdagan yung comma ng name mo, halimbawa, na nagkakaroon ka ng MA in counseling. O, di ba? Parang mas lalo ka naging confident na, wow, kailangan ko pang mas galingan. The quality of service that I give to my students, mas lalo ko pang tataasan dahil meron na akong master's degree in counseling. So, mas lalo ka nagiging confident and nagiging motivated ka to work because ang tingin mo, ang passion mo is naandun parang lumiliyab yung passion mo to work because you know na meron ka mga bagong skills at meron ka bagong mga natutunan na pwede mong i-share sa iyong mga estudyante and yun sa mga colleagues mo na this is ito yung mga dapat natin gawin sa pagpapaganda ng ating trabaho as educators kasi po talaga in the midst of what is happening now sa atin, talagang kailangan natin ng magagaling, compassionate na mga educators kagaya po ninyo because nakikita namin in our midst that poverty talaga when a family is being educated and when a family is being in terms of education, napapahalagahan yung edukasyon, talaga po ang kahirapan ay hindi masyado nararamdaman. And I speak as a social development worker dahil nakikita natin talaga sa rural areas that they are the poorest of the poor. However, kapag ang isang household, meron yan napatapos na isang anak, or ang nanay at ang tatay ng isang household ay naniniwala sa edukasyon na makukuha ng kanilang mga anak, kahit naman sabihin natin in our eyes, they are poor, but in their midst, talagang mararamdaman nila na maswerte sila. Kaya having educators like you po na talagang compassion ang kapital sa trabaho ay hindi po talaga matatawaran dahil kailangan po natin yan dahil ang kahirapan po ay nararamdaman natin. But with the education that we have, talagang malalampasan po natin yan. And also, this is our way of strengthening our relationships. Because when we are self-aware, we are managing or we have the capacity to manage our emotions well. Okay? So, meron po ba tayong mga questions? Meron bang? Okay. So, good morning po. Maraming salamat po sa mga pumapasok sa ating Meet, sa ating virtual session. I would like to welcome you all sa ating session and I hope na kahit pa paano meron po tayong mga napipick up, mga natutunan. But don't worry po doon sa mga bagong pasok lang because we will send this presentation to you, the recorded presentation and the PowerPoint presentation along with your certificates para ma-review nyo po and ma-imbibe yung mga mga principles natin on self-awareness. By the way, we are using the concept of Carl Jung in terms of analyzing the human psyche, the self, and these applications, the applications on self-awareness. Okay, so good morning po sa inyo sa ating lahat and diretsuhin ko na po yung ating discussion on after the self-awareness, we proceed with the importance of self-awareness in our career. So, dito po na napapag-usapan natin yung kinalaman ng ating strengths and weaknesses pagdating naman sa pagpapaganda ng ating mga karera sa buhay. So, in reality, as government workers, may mga kadalasan, we are those that are overworked and yet we are underpaid. But if we have the high sense of self-awareness, we become self-motivated because it is in our realizations that kumbaga, ang nakikita natin or the rewards that we receive is not really on the monetary side, but on the realization that madami tayong natutulungan. At the same time, marami tayong buhay na nababago dahil sa trabaho na meron tayo. So with that thinking and with that appreciation of our career and our profession, we become more motivated to serve, especially those that we serve in the far-flung areas, in the interior barangays. I'm sure karamihan po sa inyo nagsastruggle sa transportation ninyo everyday going to school dahil ang mga schools po natin ay talagang malalayo pa sa poblasyon areas. But our motivation to serve those students na nakikita natin na kailangan maturuan, yun yung nakikipaglaban tayo everyday. Yun yung nagmo-motivate sa atin na talagang pagandahin at pabutihin yung serbisyo na binibigay natin po para sa kanila. And with the heightened self-awareness that we have, this is the motivation that we get from the job that we have. Kahit naman hindi tayo wala tayong mga allowances or hindi dumadating yung mga allowances natin on time, wala tayong hazard pay kahit malalayo yung barangay natin, kahit na ang hirap-hirap natin doon sa area na pinupuntahan natin, kahit GIDA area siya pero wala tayong hazard pay, the motivation that we have is intrinsic. It is within us. It is the realization that this is the job, the profession that I chose because my passion is to serve. And with the self-awareness that you are serving the poorest of the poor, the students na talagang kailangan ng tulong, na kailangan maturuan, yun yung nakakabigay sa atin ng fulfillment. And that fulfillment, hindi yan mababayaran ng kahit na anong monetary exchange. So, kaya po talaga kami, hanga kami sa mga teachers, not just because they are our partners in the implementation of the programs in the SWD, but of course, hanga kami sa dedication and sa passion ng ating mga guro. Kaya, very good po, palakpakan natin ang isa't isa. Okay? And of course, it makes it easier to understand how others see us, and that will nurture a healthy and a harmonious relationship. So when you are able to realize your strengths and weaknesses, it is also accessible for other people to realize or to appreciate you as a person. Kasi kung halimbawa, mahirap kang kausap, mahirap kang pakisamahan, in your working environment, mahirap din para magtrabaho sa isang workplace na hindi kayo nag-uusap, hindi kayo magkasundo. So, kailangan natin mahalin rin yung ating mga colleagues because this will keep not only harmonious relationship but also ito yung mga taong dadamay sa atin kapag may problema tayo sa trabaho natin, may problema tayo sa mga estudyante natin, or may problema tayo sa supervisor natin. So ito yung mga tao na tutulong din sa atin if we foster a harmonious relationship among our colleagues. Kaya ito yung mga tao na from the, halimbawa po nag-start kayo sa pinaka pinakamababa na about rank and file hanggang sa pinakamataas na posisyon, ito yung mga kasama natin na tataas sa ating career ladder. Okay? And next we have it is self-awareness will also help us in developing a strategy to bring us closer in achieving our goals. For example, your goal is to become a doctor in education. Self-awareness in terms of identifying your strengths and weaknesses in your careers, in your professional side, will help you realize that goal. Kasi alam ko, hindi naman malayo mangyari po sa inyo that you will really achieve the pedestal of your career. Kaya alam natin kung paano natin mararating yun at yung mga bagay na makakasira or destructive behaviors that will become an obstacle for us in achieving those goals. So talagang if you know where you want to go, you have to be highly self-aware kung ano yung mga bagay at mga behavioral patterns na kailangan mong ma-adapt. And ano yung mga behavioral patterns na kailangan mong i-let go para maabot mo yung pedestal or peak ng iyong career growth. Okay? Malay natin, baka isa po sa inyo ay maging regional director or secretary of education. So talaga, ma-imbibe ninyo or mabibigay ninyo doon sa mga, kasi real life experiences ninyo as a teacher, yung magbibigay din sa kanila ng halimbawa, policies and guidelines para mas realistic and mas makakatulong talaga sa ating mga estudyante. So, in the realization of that, you will also strengthen your career path and your career goals. Okay? So, I am towards the end of the slides or the presentation. So, the most powerful relationship you will ever have is the relationship with yourself. So, with the realization of your self-awareness, with the realization and the awareness of your strengths and weaknesses, you will learn to love yourself more, di ba po? And may mga pagkakataon sa buhay natin na sinusubukan tayo at may mga pagkakataon sa buhay natin na tingin natin hindi na kaya. Pero kapag mataas yung level of self-awareness, mas magiging mataas yung resilience natin emotionally and mas magiging madali natin ma-overcome yung mga problems na dumadating po sa buhay natin. And with that, thank you po for listening and let us make this day amazing. Thank you so much po for being with me and thank you for your time. Kahit weekend ngayon, nandito kayo sa ating Google Meet para mag-discuss ng webinar on self-awareness. Kaya maraming salamat po sa time ninyo and sa pagkakataon po na naibigay ninyo sa akin. Na-appreciate ko po yun. Oo, nag-iingay. Sorry po, nag-iingay na yung aking pusa. Siguro nagugutom. But towards this end, do you have po any questions? Or clarifications po with the topics discussed? Good morning po, Ma'am Login. Don't worry po, Ma'am, no, kasi yung mga topics natin na na-discuss, along with the references that we have and the certificates, we will send it to you po doon sa email address na binigay ninyo sa amin para magkaroon po kayo ng material para mag-review and then nandun din po yung certificates po na para sa webinar na ito ngayong araw. Kaya, thank you so much. If you have questions po, please feel free to raise your hand or turn on your microphones. Thank you po, Ma'am Myra. Alam niyo po, slight backstory lang. Kagabi, when I was searching through my email for confirmation, mga hapon pala, mulang nagko-confirm. And then towards nung mga siguro 6 p.m., nakita ko yung confirmation ni Ma'am Myra. Talagang kaming, sabi ko, isa lang yung nag-confirm. Pero sabi ko, kahit isa lang si Ma'am Myra, sabi ko, I will still push through with the webinar because malaki para sa akin yung chance na binigay na merong nag-grab or may nagbigay sa akin ng tiwala na mag-discuss ng ganitong topic. Binigyan ako ni Ma'am Myra ng ganitong pagkakataon, kaya hindi ko siya bibiguin. Kaya sabi ko, Ma'am, tayong dalawa lang po dito, kaya magkwentuhan na lang po tayo. Sabi ko kay ma'am kanina. Kaya sabi niya, with the goodness of her heart, sinabi niya sa akin na, sige ma'am, i-invite ko yung iba ko pang mga classmates. Kaya nagpapasalamat rin po ako kay Ma'am Elizabeth and sa iba nating participants that took the time to be with me this morning para ma-discuss yung webinar na ito. And thank you po everyone for your trust na nagbigay sa akin ng chance na makapag-discuss ng ganitong topic. Kasi alam ko marami dyan yung mas magaling pa, mas may experiences na, but still you took the time to be with me this morning. Kaya nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much. Thank you po. Thank you so much, Ma'am Ellen, Ma'am Rochelle. And I hope that in the next sessions po, please feel free to notify me if you have topics that you want me to discuss. Wow, thank you, Ma'am Ellen. Marami rin po ako natutunan sa mga sharings ninyo. Actually, this is a two-way process because because yung mga sharings ninyo are also very important to me kasi may iba-iba po tayong mga landas na tinataha, kaya yung mga experiences ninyo also gives everyone here the chance to also learn from your own experiences. So maraming salamat po kung wow, thank you. Thank you so much po, Ma'am Rochelle. If okay lang po ba, may I request for photo opportunity? Kasi this is the first time that I was able to have a webinar na talagang ako yung nag-promote and then merong mga nagtiwala sa akin na mag-join sa seminar. Thank you so much. Okay lang po ba mag-request ng photo opportunity? Wait lang po, tatanggalin ko lang yung stop ko lang po yung presentation. Thank you so much. Sir Dan, okay lang ba kuhanan mo kami ng picture? Okay lang po, Ma'am Rose Ann. It's okay. Thank you po. Doon lang po sa mga kaya yung data na, kasi parang pag naka-data po at nakakain yung pag nag-on ng camera. So, Sir Dan, okay lang ba kuhanan mo kami ng picture para meron akong photo documentation ng aking first ever webinar with my participants? Thank you, sir. Wow. Thank you din, Sir Dan, for your time kasi kung wala ka dito, mahirapan ako mag-navigate nitong online discussion namin. Okay. So, okay lang po ba mag-turn on tayo ng cam kung ready lang? Ay, done na. Ay, oo nga. Mag-ingat po tayo doon sa mga lugar na medyo binabagyo, kaya mag-iingat po tayo. Ma'am Rochelle, thank you so much for turning on your camera. Ma'am Ellen, Ma'am Myra, thank you po. So if you have any questions po, please feel free to email me or add me as friend sa Facebook para doon na lang po tayo mag-communicate. Thank you so much. Thank you po. Do you have any questions po? Okay, thank
Hey,
you.
ma'am. Wala pong evaluation, ma'am. Hindi niyo po
Sige.
kailangan.
Sige ma'am, magpapadala na lang po ako ng Google form doon sa email for the evaluation of this webinar. Thank you so much ma'am for your suggestion. Maraming salamat po. So if there are no questions, please wait for your certificates so we will send it within the day and the copy of the presentation and the recording. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Have a
Thank
good
Thank you po,
day.
ma'am.
Thank you po. I-end ko na po yung webinar. Thank you. Have a nice day. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.